Hi, this is Halimah with the Halimah Show, and I'm on my way to look at the movie Precious, inspired by the book Push by Sapphire. Come on. Hello, this is Halimah with the Halimah Show, and I'm here at the Regal Theater located at 850 Broadway and 14th in New York. And I just got finished viewing the movie Precious, inspired by the book Push by Sapphire, directed by Lee Daniels and produced by Oprah Winfrey and Tyler Perry. You just got finished watching the movie Precious?
Yes.
How it made you feel sad?
Very sad.
What are your thoughts about it?
I hope everybody sees it.
Yeah.
It was beautiful. I would definitely watch it again. It was beautiful. It just, you know, it's very raw, and but I hope everybody sees it.
Okay. All right. Well,
I thought it was a very profound film, heart-wrenching.
you look like you're about to cry.
I was crying. I'm still wiping my eyes. It was very deep, touching, disturbing, but at the same time, it kind of opened your eyes to what people were going through.
Well, kind of thrown off. I hope I wipe the tears away. I was expecting the camera to come and pull me, so I'm a little misty-eyed, but incredible film.
Incredible.
Very inspiring as a filmmaker. I got to go back to the lab and put something together, but great movie.
So, as a fellow filmmaker, how did you think? How did you view Lee Daniels directing this?
Well executed, man. He came with his fury with this one.
Really?
He came with it very authentic, genuine.
Right.
You know, I'm a fellow New Yorker, so it was definitely on point with that whole energy and vintage '80s. You know, they definitely captured that well.
Okay.
I enjoyed it thoroughly.
I think the story was deep, and then on the side note, where I was never really a fan of Monique's like that, but I think she gave an Oscar caliber performance. Can't take nothing away from her.
I didn't cry, but I wanted to.
People that read the book, you know, saying it was exactly on point of how it was. Yeah.
So I may go back and read the book now.
I didn't even know it was a book.
Damn. Hi, this is Halimah with the Halimah Show, and I'm here with the fabulous, talented, lovely Miss Chyna Layne of the Precious movie. Now, Chyna plays Rhonda, who is Jamaican born, right? Yeah. Yes. And she's in the class with Precious. So here we have, I'd like to introduce you to Chyna Layne. Hi, how are you? Hi. Good, good. So Chyna Layne, can you tell our viewers about yourself?
My name is Chyna Layne. I'm from East New York, Brooklyn. And I've just been a part of an incredible film called Precious, and I'm really, really excited about it. I'm so bad at talking about myself.
Well, you're doing well, so don't worry about it. So, how did you feel about, how did you find out about the movie Precious?
It was a regular audition. I had an agent. It was like the first audition that I had in a year.
Really?
And I was fortunate enough to book it.
Okay, so how did you prepare for the role of Rhonda? I mean, I noticed that you have a Jamaican accent.
Yeah, it was something where Mr. Daniels, we were flipping through pictures of the 80s, and he saw this picture of a girl with like finger waves and a gold tooth, and he said, that's Rhonda. And I was like, all right, let's go for it. And I chopped off like 12, 14 inches of my hair and really studied, called up cousins and just had conversations in patois and just really, really studied hard for the part. Read the book like 6 times over and over, making notes, and talked with Mr. Daniels a lot about my character as well.
And you know what? I was really interested that with the book, the movie mimicked the book exactly.
Yeah, but it was so funny because all the characters are brought to life. So you see their personalities so much more, and you find out how funny, heartwarming, and just honest they are.
Right. So how was it like working with Lee Daniels? I mean, he's the genius of Monster Balls. So, how was it?
He expects nothing but authenticity, nothing but the truth, and the best.
Right. So, I first encountered you in a movie called A Deeper Love, where you're not only with the lead actress, but you got co-producer's credit. What was that like?
Yeah, I produced that film with a wonderful director named Darrell Smith, and he also wrote it and produced it, and I love him dearly. And he's just such an authentic writer of relationships, and he's just a dialogue-driven writer. And there's something that's really genius about the way that he writes, because you feel like you're sitting in the room and with this couple, Gina and Kevin, and you've been there before.
Really? Right.
So you root for it. You take Chyna's side at one point, you take Kevin's side at one point, because that's the reality of how relationships are.
And it ends with a happy ending, so that was really special too.
Yeah, I guess.
All right, so you also was in Queen Latifah's life support and Cadillac Records and All My Children.
No, not All My Children. I had a small little part of Flash Forward on ABC.
Right, okay,
Yeah.
yes. So how was that like?
That was really fun. I mean, working with David S. Boyer, who wrote Dark Knight, and he's just an incredible director, and Cadillac Records, Darnell Martin. She's such a smart, strong woman who just writes strong characters. And also life support, being able to work with Nelson George and be mentored in that scene by Queen Latifah was, you know, I actually saw her for the LA premiere and the New York premiere, and we had such a nice conversation, and I told her, I remember exactly word for word what she told me when we were sitting on that couch filming life support.
Wow.
And she's been an inspiration to me.
All right, so how was it like working with, like back to the movie Precious, how was it like working with Gabrielle?
Oh, she was great. I mean, everybody just brought their A game and was fully prepared, and we all stayed in character and supported one another.
Okay, because she's a newcomer, so she's not familiar with the whole entertainment life. And
well, she's a veteran now.
Yep, yeah, of course. What about Monique and Lenny Kravitz, Paula Patton?
Paula Patton was like a mentor, and I remember there was a day when I was feeling so like I didn't have a lot of confidence that day, and you know, I pulled her to the side and just picked her brain, and she was exactly how Miss Rain is to the students. She was like a teacher to me. And Lenny Kravitz, oh God, we picked on him so much. Teasing him. Oh my God, he's so hot.
All right, so does the character Rhonda relate to your real life in any way?
Well, my family is Jamaican, and I think that, you know, one of the things is Rhonda realizes you don't watch your life go down the drain. You get up and you do something about it. You know, create your own reality if you have to, and you look at that's one thing when she's introduced, she looks at the more positive things in her life, and that's what she talks about, and she's always inspiring others. And you know, no matter how life gets her down, because there's so much, especially in the book, that she goes through, there's so many layers to her character, and that's one thing. I have a motto that I go by: against all odds, fall back on nothing, pursue what you love. And I think that's what Rhonda does.
Well, that's an excellent motto to go by. So in your opinion, what is the message behind this movie?
Stay in school, and there's always a silver lining, and no matter how life gets you down, just brush it off and get back up.
Excellent, excellent. So I know we'll be seeing more of you. What do you have planned for the future?
I have a film coming out called We Are Family next year that I did with Monique Coleman, Lou Temple, and it's a family comedy, and it's really, you're going to have a really good time.
Okay. And anything else? I mean,
I'm also going to be producing another film with Zarel.
Wow.
Yeah, really excited about it. It's called Cold Cash Money, and it's a really beautiful love story in an urban setting. So.
Well, Chyna, it's been a pleasure.
It's been
You are indeed an extraordinary actress, and I look forward to seeing more fabulous things from you.
And yes, ChynaLayne.com.
So if you'd like more information on Chyna Layne, please visit
ChynaLayne.com.
All right, thanks you guys for joining me tonight on the Halimah Show. Until next time, take care.
Thank you so much.